everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Kelsey for people who don't know who I am. By the way, just a little random statement. I cut my hair randomly. These like little bangs. Yeah, this one's like so tiny. Like I honestly don't know why I did it. I did like two like little, I literally can't even find them this side. Oh yeah. Like little things. Don't know why I did it. Saw some girl who had it on, thought they looked really cool, so I just went for it. Didn't think about it, just did it, and then immediately regretted doing it. But we're just gonna ignore that. But I thought I would mention it because I really can't stop staring at them. Anyways, the main point of this video is I'm going to be traveling, and this is the time of the year with holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, wedding season, but traveling is a huge thing right now. I mean, even around the entire year. But I'm going to be giving you guys some travel tips and then some travel necessities that I think you cannot travel without. So let's get right on into it. The first thing I'm going to be talking about is the necessities you have to bring while you travel. The first item I would 100% bring is a book. I think a book is a very smart thing to bring. In my opinion, it's a necessity. If you're not really a book reader, I would download some Wi-Fi-less games. My favorite games are either Candy Crush or Solitaire. Definitely downloading those games, but I'm also bringing a book. Lately, I've been a reader. I know, I bought one book. I mean, let's be honest, it's been taking me a while to read, but I will definitely be reading it on my flight. I think it's a necessity now in my travel list, you know? So definitely a book, or download some games on your phone. It makes the time go by so much faster on the airplane. The next thing I would bring is an empty water bottle. You're allowed to bring water bottles with no liquids in them. When I found out this rule, it was literally a game changer. I don't know why they don't tell more people about it. Do you ever feel like when you have water around you, you're never thirsty, but the minute you don't have water around you, you're like dying of thirst? That's me anytime I'm at an airport. It really is. Then you have to buy like a $10 water bottle, and it just kind of sucks. So a recyclable water bottle that's empty, or reusable water bottle, 100% bring one. You can refill them when you get through security, and then you get free water. Number 3 is a head pillow. I cannot sleep on airplanes for the life of me. I really can't. But to make myself a little bit more comfortable, a head pillow is very smart to bring. It makes it a lot more relaxing. Being comfortable is just very nice. When you don't have one, you're bored, you're tired, you have nowhere to put your head unless you have the window, but those things are really uncomfortable too. A head pillow kind of just supports your neck, supports your head. It's just so much more comfortable than when you don't. And you think like, oh, it's just a 2-hour ride, I don't need it. You need it, you do. It makes everything so much better. Just snap it on your luggage, carry it along. A pillow is very nice to have on an airplane, especially if you're like in the middle seat or the aisle and you have nowhere to put your head, and then all of a sudden you're sleeping on your neighbor that you don't know, and they're like, who is this person? Just bring it. Just bring it. Comfortable is key, you know? The 4th item I would bring is hand sanitizer, and what kind of goes hand in hand is wipes. Airports are one of the most dirtiest places ever. You're gonna want to bring them, especially because of everything that's going on right now in the world, you know? Bring your hand sanitizer, bring your wipes. I remember the last time I was on an airplane, I think a kid was there before me, and there was like crayons everywhere, there was like crumbs everywhere. It was really disgusting. I didn't even want to sit in it. And then the girl next to me, she had wipes, and she let me borrow one. She was so nice. But ever since then, I'm like, bring your wipes, because you might not get lucky and you might not get the lady next to you with a wipe. because then you're screwed and you have to sit in crayons and crumbs for the next 3 hours, and you don't want to do that. You don't. Number 5 is a lint roller. I know it's very random, but you never know when you're gonna need one. Honestly, like, I kind of need one right now. Like, you can't really see, but I have like hair all over me, and that would be very bad if you were walking around in public. You're not going to think you need it until you need it, and then you're screwed and you have lint all over you. So just bring it. It's small, it'll fit in your luggage fine, and then you don't ever have to worry about those little hairs all over you, especially if you're wearing black. The 6th thing, I think, I really don't know which one I'm at right now, but the next thing I would recommend bringing is a toothbrush holder. You do not want your toothbrush bristles touching your suitcase or in your toiletry bag with like your lotions. Like, who knows if your lotions are going to explode, and now your toothbrush is disgusting. I think a toothbrush holder is, I wouldn't go anywhere without it, to be honest. It keeps it in a little container and makes the bristles clean. I mean, it goes in your mouth. You wouldn't want to be touching anything. The next thing I would bring is a plastic bag. I'm not going anywhere where it's like gonna be, you're going to the beach, you're gonna need a bikini, but some places you're gonna need it, because just imagine if your bathing suit was soaking wet, then you had to leave, and now you have to mix all your clothes with the wet clothes or wet bathing suits. I don't know, it didn't have time to dry. Make sure to have one so you can put your wet stuff in the plastic bag, then it separates them. All right, that is pretty much all of the things that I can think of right now. Probably tomorrow when I'm actually packing my bag, because I'm actually traveling to New York tomorrow. I'm gonna be thinking of a lot more necessities. Don't forget your phone charger. That's a necessity, but I think that's like common sense. You don't want your phone dying. But the next things I'm gonna be going over are the tips and tricks of traveling. The first one I would recommend is to roll your clothes instead of folding your clothes. It takes up so much less room. I'm not joking. When I learned this trick, I was like, wow, I can bring my entire closet with me in my carry-on bag. The next, I can't talk, I really can't. The next tip I have is to make sure the day before you check your tires, you get gas, all of those car problem things, make sure they're good. You do not want to be traveling to the airport and all of a sudden you have no gas and you're rushing and you're frantic and now you're in a bad mood because you have to stop at the gas station and now you're late and you missed your flight. Just make sure you don't have to have that stressor, because traveling is stressful sometimes. Get the stuff done the day before. Just do it. It will just make you feel a little bit better and a little bit more prepared, you know? The next tip I would recommend is to put all of your toiletries, your bras and underwears, and your toothpaste holder or toothbrush holder, and all of those things, socks, lotions, all of those things in the zipper part of, like, you know, when you open your suitcase, the zipper is right there. Put it on that side. You don't want it in conjumbled with all of your clothes and shoes and stuff like that, because then it's just gonna get lost and it's gonna be frustrating when you're trying to find your sock and your shirts, and then it's just more frustrating that way. Just stay organized and put all of the small stuff in the zipper side. You can even put your shoes on that side too if you would like, because it will be suctioned to the zipper. It'll fit in there. Depends on what your suitcase looks like. But yeah, the next tip I have is to put all of your shoes or your heavy lotions or anything like that closer to where your wheels are on your suitcase. Usually if you put your heavier stuff like on the other side, once you lift your suitcase, that's when it like goes like back and forth and it wants to like fall over or like smush all your clothes like down. If you keep it all on the bottom, it'll have that stable foundation and it will keep up without any struggle. Another thing I always do is I make a list to not overpack. I do still overpack, don't get me wrong, you know, I bring a couple more shirts, but if you write outfit by outfit, you write the whole list of everything that you need, it does tend to make you less confused. Once I start throwing in sleeping outfits and like going out outfits or beach outfits and things like that, all of a sudden I have like 5 outfits of each when I don't need all of that. So if you have a list, check off everything once you put everything in one by one, and it will keep you from overpacking and not using half the stuff in your suitcase. My next tip is to always make sure you're wearing a jacket and like use your heavier stuff on the airplane. I do this not even to like not have to pack the heavy stuff, but airplanes tend to be really cold. I mean, I'm usually freezing, so it works out in my favor anyways. Instead of packing tennis shoes, wear the tennis shoes, wear the jacket, wear the pants. I mean, I prefer to be comfy on the airplane. Wear your leggings, but just roll your jeans up and put them in the suitcase and you're all good. But make sure to have your big jacket on and your shoes, because that's what tends to take up a lot of room in your suitcase. Alright, so those are pretty much my main tips, and then so that is pretty much all of my necessities that I would bring on the airplane, and then also my tips and tricks of traveling and packing. Bye! See you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys.